Hello everyone. So now we are going to work on the new assignment that is called customer support analysis. So this course is basically a real-time industry scenario. Okay. So the name is customer support analysis and it belongs to a retail industry. So basically what happened uh, when we purchase any item like television, refrigerator, microwave, or anything. Okay, so we purchase that item, and when we get any complaint in this, then we call to the customer care center of that particular company. If we talk about Sony, Samsung, then we purchase anything, then we if we get any complaint, then we call to their customer care centers. So what they does, they uh, note down your request, the issues, and whatever you're requesting for. They note down everything, and they put all the information in their database. Okay, so like suppose if I purchase any TV and television and my remote is not working, so I will call to the customer care and will ask them that I purchased this television on this date. It is on the warranty period, and now my remote is not working. So they raise your complaint. They will take all the details at what date you purchased that item, what is the model number, and everything. Okay, and they put down all the details in their database. So, and they will give you some time to close that request. It means, I mean, they can tell you in next 3, 4, 5 business days your problem will get resolved, right? So that data that that is the streaming data, because the retail industry is selling their product every day. Okay, and if they are selling their product, then customers are getting complaints almost every day. So requests raised by the customer are the streaming data. The data is continuous coming in the database. Okay, so this project is basically belongs to the same data set which is maintained by the customer care centers of that particular industry, or we can say the database maintained by that particular customer care center of that particular company like Samsung, Sony, Philips, anything. Okay, so here now what happened? Why we are analyzing this data? So here you can see in the problem statement the data publicly available data set containing a few lakhs observation which attributes like customer ID, payment mode, how did you do your payment? It was cash, check, demand draft, or credit card, debit card, okay, whatever. Then what product you purchased? It's a mobile phone, television, refrigerator, or so on, washing machine, anything. So that is called product details. Complaint. What complaints you have? Mobile is not working, television remote is not working, washing machine is not working, anything. Whatever complaint you have, you can mention the same thing in this column. Then we have location. At what geographical location you purchased that particular product. So we talk about Sony, Samsung, any company, then that those companies are running their business across the globe. Okay, so you purchased that item in India. So from where? I mean, from Delhi, from Mumbai. If you purchase that item in America, so from where? New York, New Jersey. Okay, so here we'll put location. Then status of the complaint. If I raise the complaint, the status will be open, and day by day it will be like in progress or about to close, and then close, and then completed. Okay, then we have customer complaints response time. So it means that we suppose if I am a customer, so it means I get the resolution on the time. So whatever business days, whatever number of days they mention me, like your problem will get resolved in 3 working days. So I get the response or I get the correction in the same number of days, or it's a delay. So that particular thing will maintain here. So now we have this data set. Now here in this course we will analyze this data set. So what are the benefits of analyzing this data set? So the benefit is uh, in the retail industry, the one thing is very the major part to grow their business is customer satisfaction. So while analyzing this data, we can get how many customers we are, you know, resolve, how many customers we are getting the complaints from how many customers, for how many customers we are giving response on time, or we have given response on time. Okay. So if we make our customer happy, then we will be able to grow our business. And if we are able to grow our business, then company can generate the more revenue. Okay. So here we can validate how our customers are. I mean, they are happy, they are not happy, and how we are putting. I mean, how we are putting the efforts to make them happy. So all these things will analyze here, and and accordingly we can take the action. We can have a discussion with the support team why you are not able to solve those issues on time, or what was the problem with that customer, so on. And then we get the response from them. Then accordingly we can take action. So from the next time we can resolve that issue, and for the next customer we should be able to solve their issues on time, and we'll try that customer should not get that issue as well. Okay. So this analysis of data will help us to grow our business, because if we make our customer happy, then we'll have more customer, and customer, and then company product name will be spread across the world, and we will be able to sell our more products, and we will be able to grow our business. So that is the reason we are going to analyze this data set, and in the real term this is happening in the same way whatever we will do here. So here it's a streaming data, and data is huge, so we need big data to take the part here. We cannot process this data with the help of some ordinary system like Oracle, SQL, or any other technology, because they are able to handle some few GB of data. But here it's a streaming data. Companies are running their business across the globe, so the data set is huge, and data is keep on increasing. So in the big data we have 4V: volume, velocity, and variety. So here we are meeting two criteria: volume and velocity. So it means we are good to go if we use big data here. So here I'll show you the input data set, and will tell you how we are going to process, what technologies or what big data tools we are going to use to process our data, to analyze our data. So this is the input data set. Okay. Here I told you we have few columns like customer ID. So suppose if I purchase any item, my customer ID is suppose 7. Okay. So here my record will come here. How did I make my payment? Through check. What did I purchase? Refrigerator. What issue I had? Issue with channel change. Or if you take any other issue, right, washing machine, then stop automatically while running. What was the location? The location was Mumbai. I purchased my item. And what is the status of the complaint? It's open now. And what was the response on time? It was delayed. So I did not get the resolution on time. So we can have more columns also, but here for this demo we are kept all these columns: customer ID, the payment mode, product details, complaint, location, status of the complaint, and the response on time or it was delayed. So now we are going to analyze this data set on the three bases. So here I have written the scenarios. So first one is get the number of complaints filled under each product. So it means what is the benefit? So suppose we have few refrigerators, we have complaints against few mobiles. Sorry guys. So we have complaint against few mobiles, few washing machine, few refrigerators. So when we uh, implement this scenario, so we will have an information like how many complaints we have against mobile, how many complaints we have against refrigerator, how many complaints we have against television. So we'll have a clarity in which product we are lacking. So we can work on this part and we can improve it. So next time we should not get this kind of complaint from the customer. The second scenario is get the total number of complaints filled from a particular location. So in this, suppose we have sold few items in London, few items in New York, few items in Delhi. So we will have information like how many complaints we are getting from London, how many complaints I'm getting from New York, how many complaints they are getting from Delhi. So we will have a number of complaints against across the geography. Okay. So we can have a basic idea. Okay. So what the product which we are delivering, which we are selling in this particular location, we are getting more complaints from here. So then we can analyze from where manufacturer departments you know, we are selling our product in this particular location. So we can work on that particular point. Okay. So this is the benefit by analyzing this scenario. And the last one is get the list of complaints grouped by location which has no timely response. So it means we can get the idea on which part of the geography we are getting complaints which has no timely response. Okay. So it means for suppose we got the 100 complaints against from Delhi, and we resolved 70s on time and 30 not on time. So we can check with the customer support team. Okay. So now we have this count handy. We have 30 complaints against from Delhi, and why we have not why we were not able to respond on time. What was the issue? So we can go to the root cause and then we can take the action accordingly. So from the next time we should be able to solve the issues on time, and we can make our customer happy. Okay. So these are the scenarios which we are going to implement. We have also seen the input data. Okay. So here the technology is the same thing we are going to implement in all the major big data tools. So here first we will start with the MapReduce, then we'll go with that Pig, and then the same thing we will implement in Hive. So here, so why we are using three technologies here? Because now once we are done with with this implementation in all the tools, so you will have a clarity in which technology what we need to do to implement all these scenarios. In MapReduce, how we can write the code, how we can execute, and how we can get the output. In the same way, you will understand how we can perform these scenarios in Pig and how we can perform the same thing in Hive. So from the next time, if you come across any issues like it, okay, so you can choose which technology you are comfortable with, and then you can go ahead and you can implement the same. Also, you will have a basic idea, for MapReduce, what jar we need to import, how we can write the classes, and same thing in Pig, how you will understand how we can start with the Pig, how we can load the input data, how we can perform the operations. The same thing in Hive, you will have how we can load the data into the table, how we can write the smart queries. So you will from technical perspective, you will get the basic idea about all these three big data tools. Okay, and now and then the major thing is you will understand. So the major thing which you will understand is how companies, how industries are working on the real term scenarios and how big data is effective in those kind of real term use cases. So in the next session we will we will stap with the MapReduce, and then we can process this data set.